what reality are you living in? We have a lot of viewpoint, a way of interpreting the world. And I will now tell something about the 5 paradigm. And I encourage you to really read through the list in my homepage about this 5 paradigm. Because when you understand what paradigm you live in, then you can create more supportive for yourself, and you can create a healthy life for you. Because everything I do, my intention is to come from wholeness. And when you want to understand wholeness, then you can see, okay, am I creating from the first paradigm, the second, the third, the fourth, or the fifth? Because in the first paradigm, you are only in your head. You are living with the society matrix, all head-based, logic and very narrow. You live with closed heart. You are kind of restricted, living very closed up. And here we see a lot of sickness. All the sickness that are really mirroring us it is from the first, second, and third, but most from the first paradigm. Because in the first paradigm we are closed up. We don't have movement. It is because we want the energy to move through our system. So we are very closed up, so the energy cannot move through us. And we are manifesting the matrix of the society because we follow rules, we follow the moral codes, we follow our ancestral codes. And I don't say that it's something bad with it, but you only live from your head because you are told how you are living, then we unconscious create sickness and imbalance. So when we go to the paradigm 2, then we are more empathic. Then we open our heart and we know that there are an unseen world. So we are kind of normal empathic. We are nice. We are a little bit more flow, but we still are in the old paradigm. But we know that everything is connected, kind of. We are starting our spiritual journey. We know that it is more than the head-based intellectual understanding. So we want to connect more with people, and we are more open. We started to get more aware of the world. And then when we come in the third paradigm, we become kind of visionary and see that, okay, we want to make a difference in the world because we see all the bad things and all the imbalance, and we want to make a change. We want to live with purpose. We know that it is a bigger world and we want to be there for each other. So we really start to open, and personal growth is very important in the third paradigm. So we want to learn and grow and learn and grow and expand and expand and expand. But still, it is the old. Most of what we create and want to help other with it is from the old paradigm. So when we think about the Western medicine thinking, we are creating from the Western medicine thinking paradigm instead of being balanced out to the wholeness, to the soul consciousness and the supreme consciousness. So it is still the old. So from the first to the third paradigm, we are unconscious creating sickness and imbalance because we are not going totally with the flow, with the divine design that we have inside us. And then when we come to the fourth paradigm, then we are in super flow. We are transformative and we are alchemists and we co-create with the universe. So then we know who we are and we can help people to transform their life. And we don't create any sickness because we are fresh all the time. So living from the fourth paradigm, you are fresh in every moment. And the difference between the fourth and the fifth level is that then you act as God creator, universe creator, because you are the I am consciousness. You live from the I am consciousness. And then you know you are the creator and the creation at the same time. You really merge. There are no difference between you and the world. You are everything. You live from the I am consciousness. And to living from the I am consciousness all the time, it is kind of impossible because we have this form, but we know that we can be everything, so we emerge with everything we want to merge with. So the fourth and the fifth, it is, then you are free. You don't create sickness, because when you say I want to be free, living from the first, second and third paradigm, you're never free, because you are so bounded to the matrix of you, the matrix from the soul, all the experience you have and what the societies say, and you go by the rules. So you're not trusting your inner system, you're trusting the outer. So the biggest challenge is to kind of align with yourself like a superflow and your divine design, at the same time that you align with everything that happens in the world. But the when you live as the I am consciousness, it's also called the Christ consciousness. It's a lot of name, universal consciousness. You know that I can be the all. I am the creator of my life. And everything you put a label of something, you define it. It is your creation. So when we see I have anxiety, I have depression, I have suicidal thought, you are creating it. And it is not on the conscious level. We have learned to think about things in labels. So in the first, second and third paradigm, we are thinking about life in labels, in diagnosis, in sickness. But when you come to the fourth and the fifth paradigm, you go beyond diagnosis, you go beyond every word. So every word I say, you are beyond what I'm saying. So I am trying to do something that are beyond form, because when I talk, it is form. So when you live beyond form, then you are free. But from the first to the third paradigm, you have to kind of adjust to your form and the words and the emotion and everything. And when I say this, remember that nothing is wrong. It's not that it's wrong to live from the first, second and third, because everything is experience. But just remember that when you create sickness, this is the portal to you to really expand. This was the portal for me, or the initiation that really awakened me to be the source creator from the fourth and the fifth paradigm as I live from. And not everyone wants to live from the fourth and the fifth paradigm. We have kind of free will. So when we talk about free will, we think we have free will also when we are in the first or the third paradigm. But the free will are so constricted to all what you have learned from your soul consciousness, and so you think that, oh, I can go beyond, but you cannot go beyond your personal matrix if you're not operating from the fourth and fifth paradigm. And if you want to be a big source creator, that we are in the 2222, then you operate from the fourth and the fifth level. And even though you heard my words, you read what I have written in my homepage about this 5 paradigm, remember, we have to embody it. It's not just to think about it. So everything I say, don't take it as a script or as a model, because the script and the model, we cannot live from any script, any model, when we operate from the fourth and the fifth paradigm. The universe is guiding me. I have aligned with my source creatorship. So yesterday I had, from my ego, I wanted to do something. But then the universal consciousness, the bigger perspective, came through me and merged. And I'm not supposed to do what I thought I should do. So it's all the time to aligning all the aspect of me, because we have so many aspects of us. So, but when you live from the fifth paradigm, we know that I can go to the first, I can go to the second, I can go to the third, and most of us do all the time. We go through all the paradigm all the time. But when you are conscious, you are aware, you have awakened, then you know that you operate on different level. And then when you know which level am I on, because do I operate from now? Because when you know what level you operate, it is different rules. Like we talk about karma, and karma are in the first, second, and the third paradigm, there are no karma kind of on the fourth and the fifth, because I know who I am. I am not creating karma, but from the first to the third level, we are creating karma because we are living from our subconscious mind, from our matrix that are not awake. So when we are awake in the fourth and the fifth paradigm, we don't create karma, because we are here to help others, and we co-source the bigness of us, because then we know we are universal matrix, universal quantum source creators. So we have, when I say matrix, we have a divine matrix and we have a personality matrix, or the society matrix. And those kind matrix, and matrix actually is form. We need matrix to form something. So it's nothing bad with the concept of matrix, but which matrix are governing us. When we live from the fourth and the fifth paradigm, we live from our divine design, our divine matrix. And then we merge with a bigger picture. And when I talk about the 5 paradigm, I do it because I want us to understand a bigger picture about sickness and illness and all the imbalances. So I want to understand how sickness is created. So from the first to the third paradigm, we don't have superflow in our body. We need superflow, and we need to kind of surrender to the divine design to really live like universe, God, source creators. Living from the fourth and the fifth paradigm, we will not be sick. And if you get sick, then it is something that you want, kind of, because you know that this comes through you to awaken, maybe not just you, but other people. You know that your sickness or what happens to you is in the collective. You are doing it for others. Like the Jesus creation, he did this journey of him to show other people how they can create health, how they can become whole. And when I had my conversation with God in 2015, I was said that you have the same journey as Jesus. And what it meant was that my journey is to create a healthy life, to live from the fourth and the fifth paradigm. So even though I didn't understand it fully then, because I was like, okay, Jesus, I had some trigger about just the God Jesus creation, because I live in Norway. But then I understood everything is energy, and it meant that I am here to create wholeness. I help others to create wholeness. And then I had to start living from the fourth and the fifth paradigm. And to really embody and living out the fourth and the fifth paradigm, I started it completely in 2033. So in 2020, 2021 and 2022, yeah, I did it also that, but I was into a system. I worked in a system, and I had to adjust to the first, second and third paradigm. And it can be very hard to live out the fourth and the fifth paradigm when you are in very constricted systems. So most of the system that we have created on Earth, the health system and school system, it is from the first, second and third paradigm. And we need to upgrade all our education system. And as parent, we really have responsibility to live kind of from the Ubuntu philosophy and help our children to live from their divine design. They have an essence. So if you really want something good for your children, you understand how every human come with a divine design and an essence. And it is this essence we have to support, so that we together can create heaven on earth. And the higher up in the paradigm, the more expanded view we have of the reality, the more goodness and abundance we create. So, and I really encourage you, as I have said, to really go deep to understand this paradigm, and how can you go to the divine design and open up to the superflow of all energy. Is the power of everything. You can hold the power of everything. And I mean it, because it is And we think it is in one way. When I empower everything, it can take many forms, and I have experienced it differently. I can start crying from such a love. I can experience ecstasy. I can just be in peace and serenity. So it is not a given frame, because you want to put everything in given frame. So remember, when we live from the fourth and the fifth paradigm, everything is in superflow. We cannot put anything in a frame, nothing in a diagnosis, nothing in the way we have put everything into a mental construct until the 21st century. So we have to go beyond what we have said and what we have learned to really go in superflow. Yes, I hope you understand something about what I wanted to share with you from this 5 paradigm. I wish you all the best. Bye bye.